which is, the difference of about 15, 16 million votes. Now, the Republican candidate that year, Donald Trump, also got an extraordinary number of votes. They seem to be missing. Not as many of them are missing, though. So let's just stick with the Joe Biden voters right now, shall we? That would be about 15 million votes that we believe disappeared because when you come back to this presidential election, you can see that Kamala Harris once again returns to form and gets that same sort of 66 million that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama did. Also, if you look at these two graph numbers combined, you got 2012, you got that 66 million, and then you show Mitt Romney there with about 61 or 62 million. Then you got Donald Trump in 2016, and he increased that number when the Democrat number did not increase up to about 64 million, 63 64 million. So, of course, as the population increases, as it does in America, we're also seeing more voters. And so the numbers are growing, which is also kind of weird that we saw this drastic drop all of a sudden this year, where the same number of voters in 2012, 2016, and 2024 all voted for a Democrat. But there's that outlier. There's that outlier, Joe Biden. And when we get to 2024, it's not like they just changed their mind and decided to vote for the Republican because, Donald Trump's kind of on pace. He's increased his numbers, sure. So the question is, what happened to these 15 million people? Did they all decide that after rallying and deciding they wanted to vote in 2020 for Joe Biden, even though 2020 was one of the hardest years to vote in because you either had to vote early or you had to, social distance when you went to vote in person, or I guess, you had the mail-in ballots and stuff and deal with all of that stuff. But for some reason, this time around, everyone decided, I don't care. I don't care about politics. I only cared in 2020. Now, that's weird. Yesterday, we speculated that they were either abducted by aliens or they got taken up to heaven by Jesus in the rapture, or these people suddenly became apathetic about politics where they rallied to vote in 2020, but now they don't care. I mean, what's the dynamic? They loved Joe Biden that much because the Republican nominee is the exact same, right? So you could either think that they loved Joe Biden so much that they came out of the woodwork by the level of 15 million, but then they don't like Kamala Harris, so they're just going to sit it out. Or our last option is that they never actually existed in the first place. The people didn't exist. The ballots certainly existed, but not people.